tonight. I considered using a microphone, then I thought maybe not. I'll just go ahead and yell. So I got my marching band voice going here. So good to see you all tonight. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you for being flexible. I know originally we wanted to do this at an earlier time, and had a few emails from parents saying, I can't get there, I have to work until 6:30, whatever, so we decided to do a little bit later, and I think it'll work out a little bit better anyway. And so tonight's meeting, we want to get some things taken care of as far as getting the season going. You probably, like most activities that your children are involved with, we are urged from the administration to have parent meetings to get some policies talked about and stuff like that. So that's part of the reason why we're having this meeting tonight. And we also have some of our Band Booster board members here tonight to talk to you a little bit about some things. So we're going to juggle the schedule around just a little bit. And I kind of want to blow through my stuff kind of fast because I want to be without the kids, out with the kids tonight. There we go. Have you ever had some of those days when you try and put words together and it just doesn't work? I'm having one of those days today. So I want to, first of all, say a couple plugs here before we get to the information for the summer that I'm sure you're all aware of this, but we have probably one of the greatest websites ever. www.alexandriamarchingband.org, and Jeff Mellon right here is our webmaster. He does a great job. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
And we used to be linked to the school website, and it got to be kind of complicated to get to the link, and we just decided to have our own domain. So Jeff is a guru with that. So it's very user-friendly, and I urge everybody to use it for information. We will put as much information on there as currently as we know for everything for the summer. So all the forums and everything, we try and make it as user-friendly as possible. So please check that website out and bookmark it, whatever you need to, okay? Also, one more plug before I forget. Next Monday night, I think from now until the end of school, we're all going to be concerted it out. But next Monday night, we have our annual pop concert here in the gym at 7:30. Please come to the concert. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of good food, some pop to drink and coffee and things, and it's a lot of fun. And it's a great way to celebrate the year, celebrate the seniors. So next Monday night, May 19th, 7:30 here in the gym, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I know from looking at a lot of your faces, I know we've had your sons and daughters in the program before, and even Natalie here is a long time ago. Right? Yeah. So it's great. So a really great night. One thing I want to urge to all of you is that you are all band boosters, parents, okay? Even myself as a parent. I think sometimes our perspective of band boosters are just the board members right here. And that's kind of a narrow-minded approach to it, I guess. But when we have students, when we have our children in the program, we are band boosters. So we're all on the program, and you should feel like you're hopefully united, that you can be involved with the program, and we strongly urge that. And Beth will be here tonight to tell you a little bit about that, how you can volunteer and be a part of a great program in the summer. And if you never have chaperoned a group of kids before, it's a lot of fun. That's all I can say. All right, a lot of fun. Okay.
Treats.
Yeah, there you go. Real quick, we have. I've been going through my paperwork on my computer, and we're getting very, very close to get everything done. I'm hoping all of you filled out one of these for your children or your child. This is the health form. This is when we go out of town that we want to make sure that we know if your child is allergic to bee stings. We need to make sure we have EpiPens and all that stuff. So make sure that you get this done. I've had a couple emails the last 2 days of parents saying, did I turn that in? I was like, yeah, you were the first one. So always double check to make sure you turn these in, because when we go out of town, we want to make sure we take care of your children. And it's a little bit different experience when you do it in the summer. Marching band is a little bit more of a rigorous activity since it is warmer out. And if you're going to play softball right now, you might get frostbite. So, marching band is a little bit different, unique activity that way. The kids do sweat and they work hard. And so we need to make sure we take care of them, okay? Just some things I'm telling the students. We want to give as much information out to you too and students. And if your kids are like my kids, they don't really communicate much. We have to kind of like pry a little bit and ask questions. We want to try and give as much information to them, and so hopefully they communicate with you too. But making sure they take care of themselves. We want to make sure they're healthy throughout the summer. When we start practices. I know I'm going to be feeling it too. I'm a lot older than them, of course, but you're going to get home, and the kids are going to get home. They're going to get tired. They're going to get probably sore a little bit. The muscles are going to start aching. Their legs will probably get tired. Just for leg health, eat lots of bananas for kids. It's really good to get that potassium buildup, so we have strong legs throughout the season. Very important to hydrate, okay? I know it doesn't make much sense now since it's like 44 degrees right now, but you need to make sure that they're hydrating themselves, because when that heat comes on, it's going to be like an on switch. You know, it's every spring we go through this. It's cold and cool, and then summer hits, and it's just it's a different feeling. So make sure that that your children are getting hydrated and drink plenty of water. Okay, pop is not a good thing to drink, obviously, but make sure they're drinking plenty of fluids and get that water buildup, because they will sweat. Okay. Next thing, schedule. Really quick, I hope you got my email. There were a couple schedule changes on the summer schedule I want to make you aware of really quick. The Malacca Parade on June 19th is starting at 5:30, not 6 o'clock. Just a half-hour adjustment. So if you're going along in that parade, you want to watch the band that night, make sure you know that. Okay. Rib Fest on June 28th. We've been working with the Rib Fest people. They've moved their event to Viking Land weekend, and they want to give back to the band, which is awesome. So our band is going to be performing down by Big Ole at 11 a.m. on that 28th, that Saturday. So I think on the schedule, or just schedule, I had evening performance and quotations. It wasn't quite set up, and through our last few meetings, we've had confirmation of that performance. So 11 a.m., and that's going to be a lot of fun. The students will wear their summer t-shirt and shorts, and it'll be just kind of casual performance. It won't be in uniform, so it'll be a lot of fun. And the Rib Fest people are really going to help out the kids financially, which is going to be great. So we've got a lot of great things planned for that. The schedule that you have, the marching band schedule, I know like a lot of you at your homes, we have a junk pile on our counter, and everything ends up in that. You kind of lose track of things. So make sure you hang on your schedule, put it on your fridge, by your door, wherever you may need to see it all the time. Always refer to it, because I recommend the kids always are early and stuff, and so make sure you're always reminding your children about times and stuff like that. Okay, and being on time to rehearsals and stuff. Parade days. Students need to pack all necessary items, and I'm going to have a checklist of things they need along on parade days. I don't have that together yet. I'll give that to them probably next Thursday as we get closer to Memorial Day parade. Okay. Most students benefit from having a duffel bag or a backpack to put their stuff in. So when they get on the bus, they can keep that all together. And we've had students in the past that bring everything individually, and they leave it everywhere and they lose it. So they need to have a backpack or a duffel bag for their items. Just like if they're going to a sporting event, they have their warm-up gear and their practice gear and their jerseys and all that stuff. Okay. Behind me, just some things here really quick. These shirts are for the drum line, the honor guard, and the wind players to wear under their uniforms. And so we developed this shirt last year. It's a nice lightweight shirt. It lets the kids sweat, and it makes them feel good under the uniform. We found out under the uniform the past few years what has happened is students would wear colored t-shirts, and then that would bleed onto the uniform, the white coat, and it wasn't a good thing. So we went with this, and so I know through the fittings we didn't have enough of these on hand. So if your child was fitted for a uniform and they didn't get one of these shirts, we'll have extras coming real soon. And so we'll take care of these probably before Memorial Day. Okay, so they need to have one of these to wear under the uniform. Okay. Let's see. Yes, I'll have a list of items for kids to have in their bags and stuff will be from before Memorial Day. When we go on out-of-town trips for parades, we don't stop at restaurants for food. Okay, it adds a lot of time to our schedule. So students need to bring a cooler of food along with them when we go out of town on parades. We don't stop at McDonald's or Burger King. Okay, it gets us home really late. So make sure they have plenty of good food in there for those trips. Okay. We'll have charter buses for out-of-town parade trips too. We kind of, I don't want to use the word spoil the kids, but it's nice to have room. It's nice to have air conditioning because it does get hot out in the summer. Sometimes they get home kind of late from a parade, and it is nice to be comfortable after they've worked hard. So and have bathrooms on the buses too. Okay. Like I said, Beth will be here to talk about chaperones. We do need chaperones for parades. You'll have a lot of fun, I promise, for those events, okay? Parade info. I don't get the information a lot of time ahead of time for parades. And so the rehearsal or the practice before a parade, I will have up hanging on the doorway for your information, parade route, our step-off time, approximate step-off time, who may be in our class for the parade, our arrival time home, and that information will be relayed to the students too. So if you want to know that, make sure you check out the door of the school when you come in. We'll have things posted on the west door here and the south door, so both places you can check those out, okay? And again, we'll try and give as much information to your children, and hopefully they talk to you, okay, and communicate with you, all right? Marching band, as you all know, just raise your hand. How many of you are in marching band, like in school? Okay, quite a few of you. It's a lot of work, isn't it? Yeah. We do work them hard, and we throw a lot of things at them. It's really amazing what these kids can accomplish in a short amount of time. It does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of cooperation, determination, goal setting, and discipline. And so that first week of camp, we have June 9th through the 13th. We're going to throw a lot of things at those kids, and we're going to be as positive as we can with them, and they're going to get grumpy, they're going to get tired, they're going to get sore, but we all need to, as a community, cheer them up and tell them, yeah, you can do it, okay? Because it is amazing what happens in 1 week's time. We always have parents every year, they come off of that first rehearsal, that first Monday night, and they go, what are you thinking? This is not going to work, but we get to Friday, and it's like, wow, that's cool. So a lot comes about in a week, okay, through hard work and determination. Okay. If you have not watched the movie Newsies, I suggest it. It's really awesome. The summer show. It was a movie that came out in 1992. It's a Disney musical now on Broadway, and the music is great. And Christian Bale was in it, the last Batman guy. I think he was like 15 or 16 when they made the movie. So it's really great. We recommend that all of you come to parades. It's really great to have that fan base there. And I always say, if we went to a basketball game and none of our fans came, it would be kind of boring, you know. So, and the students arise to the occasion too if they know you're there too watching them. So, and their friends. So, we highly recommend and urge you to come watch those parades. Okay. Uniforms. I don't have a uniform here to show you, but a lot of this stuff I'll talk to the kids about. The uniforms have been professionally dry cleaned. They're all hanging up, ready to go. Students are responsible to tell Chris Wieberdink, who is right here. Chris, stand up. Okay. Chris is our uniform person. Yes. And I got down on my hands and knees and begged for her to be the uniform mom, and she said yes. So it was awesome. Right? But Chris has done a great job.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, the students want to, if they have any issues, let's say their zipper breaks, they have a button that comes undone or whatever, they need to come see Chris and get it taken care of as soon as possible. Like you say, you can pay me now, pay me later type saying, students need to take care of it right away. So make sure they get that done, okay? Just some terms for you folk, if you haven't done this before. Shako is the headgear that the kids wear with the plume, and a lot of people call it a hat, it's actually a Shako, okay? These are our marching shoes, they're called dinkles, okay? Dinkles. So you hear your kids talking about dinkles, this is what they're talking about, okay? It's just a style of marching shoe. And we also have our bibbers, which are the pants they wear, the honor guard, drumline, and wind players. Color guard will have different uniforms, but if you hear them refer to all my bibbers are sagging, you'll probably know you did. Okay, right? Okay. The 30th Annual Vikingland Band Festival is this summer, Sunday, June 29th, 1:30 p.m. You're probably wondering about the parade route. All right, Mr. DeGear, do you want to kind of enlighten them about that really quick, since you're on the committee?
Sure. On the committee.
You are the committee.
With the construction going on Broadway, you all know that's going to be closed down. We're hoping that that 6th Avenue will remain open. They say that the schedule so far is that 6th Avenue will remain open up through, I don't know, July, whatever. So we're hoping they don't go ahead of schedule. But what's going to happen is we're going to stage off 6th Avenue and off to the west side, and We're going to bring bands in over by the post office and Calvary Lutheran Church, and in that area there's a bunch of parking lots there. So we'll stage them off 6th. We'll take out judging at 6th. We'll be gone for this year, and we're moving it down to 8th Avenue. That'll be the next performance area. So we'll go down Broadway, stage at 6th, go down Broadway, 8th Avenue, and then 10th. Between 10th and 11th will be the next performance, and then right before 13th, Mike's In and Out Oil Change will be the next performance. So 3 performance areas. We're going to have them take a right on the 15th while the bus is pulling up into the Elks parking lot. They'll load them up right there and then take them back over to Jefferson High School. So
Yeah.
we got, but that's tentative right now, please. We've got to get it passed to the city council yet, but that's what we're planning.
So we're losing about 2 blocks in the front of the parade, really what it amounts to. So, okay. I know a lot of people have been asking, what's going to happen with the parade this summer? We're still using Broadway, so we're happy and thankful of that. Okay. One exciting thing, since it's the 30th annual this year at Viking Land, in 2009 we had an alumni band. It was awesome. I grumbled the whole way organizing it. It was like dropped in my lap, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it. But when it all came together, it was so fun, and I made a commitment to the kids, or the adults, 5 years ago, that we do it again on year 30 or the 30th anniversary. So we're doing the alumni band again. Please pass the word. We've been trying to get it out as much as possible, or in creative ways. We have it on the Cardinal Connection. There was an article in the paper. Facebook, I've been plastering it out there. So word of mouth always works too. So please urge them to sign up. And we have a link on the marching band website that we talked about before. You can register on there. And it's great to read the comments of things they've written, like, I can't wait, and stuff like that. So it's really fun. Mr. DeGear is on the Viking Land Band Festival Committee. We do have some people going off the committee that have been on it for a number of years, and so we're always looking for fresh blood. And as band booster parents, we need you. And so if you would like to be on the VBF committee, we would love to have you do that. It's a lot of fun. You get to work with one of the best organizations in our community that's for kids, okay? And you can talk to Greg about that. You can email my wife also about that. And I'm sure they'd be more than happy to have you on that committee. So it's a great way to be involved with the community, and you get to kind of know the ins and outs of our town too, okay?
So more immediate thing on that one, we need helpers this year.
Yeah.
I mean, just day of volunteers. If you have any kind of inkling to help out, we
Yes.
need people.
Yeah. And also, if any alumni of your sons or daughters are going to be in the alumni group, if they want to help this summer with Viking Land, we'd love to have them help behind the scenes too. So really important we can have that happening. Okay. A couple last minute things. I'll turn the meeting over to the band parents here, they're the board, real quick. Kim Nelson is here somewhere. There you are, Kim. Kim is one of our band booster presidents. She's organized the MVP mega cards over the last I don't know how many years and done a great job with that. And if you have any questions on those cards, please talk to her. I don't know if we have any left for sale. We do. Okay. So I get a phone call or two about once every week. So people asking for them. So there's a few left to sell. So talk to Kim about that. Also, one other thing that's really important, very, very important, is we do need a person to drive drive a truck this year to take our trailer to parades. Okay, because we have all the uniforms on that trailer. And we need at least a 3 1/4 ton truck, and a driver with that. And so if you have a big truck that you can do that, we would love to have you do that. You can talk to Dave Nelson, about that. And we've had Brian Goldie the last, I don't know, 10 years drive, it seems like. So we need somebody new for that. So talk to Dave about that, and he can fill you in a little bit more about that. Okay? Do any of you have any questions before I skedaddle out of here? What? Yeah. This is not a naughty list. Okay. These are some people that, if you're here, these children, we need to have them stay at the end of rehearsal tonight to get just a real quick fitting to make sure their bibbers are fitting. Tyler Peterson, Matt Vingy, Kayla Thielman, Dan Rohrs, Olivia Drexler, Brianna Jarvie, Sam Kavisto, Alexis Bachman, and Gregor Peterson. So if you guys are here, or you are here as parents, remind your child they need to stay a little bit later and just try not. It should take just a few minutes.
If any moms can stay home.
Yeah. If any parents can help, use the word mom. Guys can sew too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if any parents would like to help with uniforms, please see Chris down here too.
That just means help tonight to pin it. I just need, if you have like 8 guys all waiting to get pinned at once, it would be nice to have
Just
somebody.
have one person per child. Get it done in one shot. Okay. Any questions at all?
And if they don't have their uniforms here tonight, I will lobby when they bring back uniforms.
Okay. If you did take some uniforms home to alter, please get those back ASAP because we got to get them on the trailer and on the racks. And no. No. Yeah, bring them back.
Bring them in, you might usually.
I'll come get them from a Discovery if you want to bring them.
Okay.
Yeah, bring the uniforms back because we keep them in the dungeon and then we put them on the racks in the trailer.
In your office, right? Can they just hang them in your
Yeah,
office?
you can hang them in my office and I have prep at 11 a.m. so if you bring them, that's probably the best time. Okay? Yes? If you want to maybe hang on to them and sell them with somebody, maybe next year, you can do that. Or if you want to donate them back, you can do that. Yep, good question. Okay, anything else? I'm leaving. Okay, all right.
All right, my name's Trevor Petrie, and I am doing Schwann's Care.
You got a big cane, we're going to take you off the stage. Just when you thought.
He's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back. We had to juggle the agenda really quick because we don't want to have Dwayne Carlson be here the whole night. So Dwayne, come here, please. Come on.
The parents? It's fun to see all the familiar faces that are here, but it's also amazing to me to see some of these faces. There's no way your kids are old enough to be in marching band. Come on!
Yeah. This is Dwayne Carlson. He's from Congo Robarts, and we've had 2 of Dwayne's kids in the band, Brianna and Tanner, and they were so fun to work with. I don't know how many years ago. It's been a long time.
A zillion.
Yeah, it's been a long time ago. So he's going to come talk to you about if this is an option for you, if you want some parent shirts for the summer to show your marching band pride for our group and stuff. And so Dwayne will talk to you, and he's also got, the kids haven't seen this yet, so parents, you get the first look at the summer t-shirt here too. So
Pass these around.
don't tell them what it looks like, okay?
At the top of the list is the t-shirt that every one of the kids will be getting. And you have the opportunity, oh, that'd be great. You will have the opportunity to get also. Todd has ordered extras of the t-shirts, so talk to him if as a parent you would like to get a t-shirt also. We'll be handing out the t-shirts to Todd the week of band camp. So that week that'll come. Now the bottom picture is an opportunity. Oh, good. Every year we offer a hooded sweatshirt or crew neck sweatshirt. They are kind of catching on now a little bit. And this is actually the color that the t-shirt will be, and we'll be offering as an optional. This is completely optional, guys. To you, to the kids, if you would like one. We'll print these at the same time, so they'll be available, and we'll have them done the week of band camp also, and probably just have you come by the store to pick those up. Thank you. Sure. I have order forms over here for the hoodies, so just feel free to help yourself over there to them. Now, this, again, this is optional gear. It's kind of fun as you go to, if you haven't before, it's fun to go to the parades. You can tell where everyone is from by looking at the color of the gear they're wearing. And Alexandria happens to be red. Now, we offer a few different items in this. These will all have an embroidered logo on the right front of the shirts. A sleeveless lady shirt, a wicking ladies polo shirt, and because not every lady likes to have an open neck like this, I'll call this a unisex/men's polo shirt. And of course, 2 different kinds of t-shirts, a wicking t-shirt and a regular t-shirt. We're going to offer this one. Now Beth here has a stock of these, so the orders that I take for these shirts we'll fill first from Beth's stock, and then if we need to print any more, we will. But these are all of the options, and like I said again, everything that I'm showing here is optional gear. All of the kids have a t-shirt ordered for them right now. And if you would like a t-shirt, of course, like I said, if you'd want to talk to Beth or talk to Todd, they'll put your name down for one of those. We'll make sure that he ordered enough extras for that also. I think that's it. Like I said, I have sizing samples for all of these things over here, and I'm going to leave them here along with the order forms. And I'll probably ask if we can't list these maybe on the website also, just so everyone knows about them. Because at the end of every year, there's always some kids, some parents that say, I never saw that we had that. Well, they weren't at this meeting, but thank you all for coming. Thank you for having your kids in this. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Can I leave these
Yeah,
here with you?
Yeah, I'll take
Okay.
it. No
Perfect.
problem.
Thank
Okay, now we can bring Trevor back.
Okay, so take 2. Schwans. Everybody should have got an email from Todd. If you did not get an email, much longer? Yeah. Wow, I'm going to be voice. I've trained all last week, so I might be doing voice. Everybody should have got an email from Todd. If you did not get an email from Todd, please let me know and we'll get it sent out to you. It'll have a link on there to join the fundraiser, okay? So if you haven't done it, I think there's like 22 people that have signed up so far as of 5 o'clock when I left. You just click join, you put in your child's first name, last name, their email or your email, and then a password that you create, okay? Once that's done, you can log into the Schwann's Flip Care website. When you go into that, you can click on a menu tab and manage it, and you can add it to your contacts for Yahoo, Gmail, whatever. It'll sync your contacts with a template in there. I also added ours, my daughter's, and mine to Facebook. It took me 5 minutes to do those 2 steps, to sign in and link it to Facebook. I typed a little comment in there about what we were doing and what we were raising money for. Like I said, it took about 5 minutes. If anybody has any questions or you're having problems with it, shoot Todd an email, and you can get a hold of me, or if you have it now, let me know. Somebody did ask a question about e-certificates, and I'll kind of get into that. The kids, this program will run for 90 days. So it started today, it'll run for 90 days. They get 20% of every online order and 40% of every e-certificate. So the e-certificate is the big ticket item. We're tapping a market outside of our local fundraisers. So this can go across the U.S. Schwann's will deliver it. We don't touch it. So you as a parent, if you want to take their page with their little profile on it, and if your work will allow you to put it up on the bulletin board, put it up on the bulletin board. If you can send it to family out of town through email or Facebook, you know, the more the merrier. The trainer that I talked to a couple weeks ago was talking about a fundraiser in Minnesota through these guys, through Schwann's, where they were raising money to go to the cheerleader competition in Orlando. And 2 of the students raised their whole funds in 90 days, $1,800. So they did ask one of them how they did it. And what she said was every day she put it on Facebook, she set it on her email, her parents' email string, along with her contacts. But every day for 10 or 15 minutes, she would resend 10 to 10 people, either on Facebook or through the contacts, and she went through her list every day for 90 days. She also, if she bought something from Under Armour or Abercrombie or wherever these kids buy stuff from, if they liked the page, she posted it on that page. So anybody outside of her Facebook contacts saw that she, her little blurb would pop up. And she made her whole trip in 90 days. So it can be done. It's going to take a little bit of work. But my kids are way more tech savvy with their phones and the computer than I am. So, like I said, it's a huge opportunity. We've never done it before. And the sky's the limit with what we could raise with it. Anybody have any questions on the Schwann's part of it?
Did everybody get the email?
Did everybody get the email?
If you did not, I'm putting a list right here. If you put your student's name and email, then we'll send you the email.
Their information
Okay.
also is confidential. So all that the link will show is their first and last name. Okay?
So you said it's 90 days for 20%?
90 days. Okay, actually I got to add to that. 90 days. So 20% of every online order and 40% they get for every e-certificate. So if somebody bought a $50 e-certificate to use later, they get 40%. Also, after the 90 days, 5% of every order online goes to them for the rest of the year. The calendar year, from today to 1 year from now. So they'll get an additional 5% every time somebody orders. So my wife and I order every 2 weeks, roughly. So we actually signed up for Schwann's Care online to get coupons, but we'll just order every other week with one of our kids online. I don't have to deal with this is the new ice cream of the day, So that too, and like I said, they deliver it. I worked for Schwann's when we first moved here from Fargo Moorhead. I love the product. So this is just a huge opportunity that we as parents don't have to deliver this stuff, right? I mean, it's not a lot of time to get on and send a group email out or a group text or add that link to something, okay? So,
Selling the e-certificates?
yeah, and I did. I put that on my Facebook page, so anybody who's friends with me on Facebook will see, what it's for. We got invited to go to the Norway trip, and that for 90 days we get 20% off of every order and 40% off every e-certificate. So I put that on there. Please click on the attached link if you want to do it.
Or then you can give those gifts?
And you can give them as gifts. So, and I did make, somebody asked, was it you?
Yeah.
I did make a phone call already tonight to our trainer or our contact about if you can buy multiple e-certificates at one time. So I will get that to Todd as soon as I find out, and he will email it to everybody. So, any other questions on Schwann's? I got two other things too. Second one, golf tournament. Last year we did a golf tournament, and I don't remember the exact numbers. It was 2,600, something like that. Our new banner we bought with that, and some drum cases, something like that. Something like that. We had an awesome time. I can't remember. I think we had 7 teams. So I need help. I need golfers. Okay. All the money raised for this golf tournament stays in this marching band program. So it's going to go to offset getting the equipment and stuff over to Norway. So if anybody golfs or knows people that golf or wants to golf and get a couple other people together and golf, we'll be doing it homecoming weekend again. So
Is there a link to that?
there'll be a link. There'll be some information on the website about it. I'll pretty much be at every parade and every practice, work permitting if I'm not traveling. So hit me up. If you got ideas on how to make it bigger and better, I'm all for it. If you want to help do it, I'm all for it. This is all for the kids, right? And I get to golf and I don't have to ask my wife to go. So yeah, golf, we had a great time, like I said. So if anybody can help, that would be great. Lastly, Viking Land. I'm also with Viking Land too. And I do bleachers. So anybody who feels strong, Sunday morning and Sunday after the parade, it'll take about a half hour, 45 minutes to take the bleachers from the schools baseball fields over to the Viking land, parade route, place them, and then pick them up right after the parade and be done. So if I could get some help with that, think about it, it's a month and a half, 2 months away, that would be great. So if you have a truck, that'd be great, but last time we just piled a bunch of people in my Suburban and got a couple other trailers and trucks, and we were done, like I said, within 45 minutes. So that's pretty much all I got. Any questions for me on anything? Any volunteers already?
You got one right there.
I knew him. I was going to take him no matter what. Do you have a question? Do you have a question though? Or no. You are going to help me anyway. So.
Okay, I'm the last person, I promise. I'm sorry this meeting is getting long. There's just lots to go over. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Beth Hardicolis. I am on the band board as well, and I am your worst nightmare? No. I'm going to beg you to volunteer to help with the parades and the practices this year. I'm going to say this. You kind of grudgingly, a lot of parents do this at the beginning, but really the parades, going with your kids and helping with the parades, it's really a lot of fun. And you get to see a different side of your student, your child, and the bus rides are actually fun, and we have a good time. So it is a commitment. There's a sheet up here that tells you exactly what it entails and what you need to do. I'm not going to give it to everybody because a lot of you have done this before. But for those of you that are new, basically we help them get ready here. We load the buses, we get water and coolers and stuff ready. We ride the bus to the parade, we help the kids get dressed. We walk the parade with a cooler. If you've seen the parades, you'll see us with our little red shirts, like Dwayne was showing you. We have our red shirts, and we go in and out when they stop playing, give them ice. Sometimes we just spray them in the face with a water bottle. That's kind of fun. And cool them off and help them get through the parade. And then when they're done, we help them hang up their uniforms, load the carts back on, and come home. So that's basically what we do. During practices here, and this may be the last year we have to do this part because we'll be at the new high school, but we have to block the streets down along Jefferson so that when traffic is coming, we have to practice up and down the streets. So we wear our little beautiful vests and we go block the streets and talk and visit, and it's kind of fun. So I have a paper here. On the back side, it has rehearsals, if you can come to rehearsal. And you may not know, and sometimes you, at the last minute, oh, I can come to rehearsal, just come. We'll use you. We'll put you to work. Sometimes there's a couple uniforms that need to be repaired. We'll stick you in the dungeon and have you sew, or we need something else done, or I know Trevor sometimes had to repair some wagon or whatever for color guard, so there's always something to be done. The front side is the parades, and if you can only volunteer for one, that's great. Circle the parades that you can come to, and I try to put you where you can be next to or near your child. I try, no guarantees, but I think I've done pretty well. Just circle this if you would return this either tonight, or if you want to look at your schedule by next Wednesday, if you just give it to your student and have them bring it to either Blaser or DeGear. I can collect these and I'll put together a schedule and we'll be good to go. So basically that's it. Any other questions about this? Any other questions about anything? Are we good?
I have one thing to say.
You have one thing to say? Great. Chad has something to say.
Oh, just so you know, my name is Chad Gergen. I, along with Bridget Jurgensen, treasure the booster committee. She handles mostly the student accounts, so God bless her, with the fundraiser. Right now I'm handling more of the administrative functions. But with the fittings, when you were here, there were some discrepancies with a few of you, so I'm going to call out your student name. If you hear their name, please come down and talk to me before you leave. So Greta Kramer, Olivia Drexler, Margaret Donovan, Brianna Jarvie, and Madison Klemick. So if any of those are your students, please come down and talk to me before you leave.
How do we access the student
account, their financial account?
You don't get to, it's just a thing for me. I send out the monthly statement at usually around anywhere up to the 5th of the month, and that's the only way I can do them. I can't put them online.
But if they have a question, you can always
Yes. Feel free
email her.
to email me at any time. I will get back to you as soon as I can.
Have you sent out any statements?
Yes. So if you're not getting a statement from me and your child is on the trip,
Okay, you're only sending out the ones that are going on the Norway trip?
usually that's all I send to. Would you guys like me to send out to anyone? I can send out to those who do have an account, just so you kind of. Okay. Okay, I will put that on my to-do list. It might not be till about the middle of July or something, but I will get that out. How's that? Or if you got questions about the Norway trip, yeah, let me know where your balance is or anything concerning that $200 payments and stuff like that. Yeah, I can answer any of those too. Somebody asked me if these volunteers are for color guard too. They are, because it's all part of the whole thing. So. Oh, yes, thank you. People, Chris just told me, make sure, and we'll show the kids a bag of what to do. But when they come, for those of you that are new, when you start, when they come for a trip. So they need like a little cooler for lunch, or depending, you gotta look at the schedule, how long they're gonna be gone. They need a lot of food, more than you think. And then they also need a bag, and in the bag, they're gonna have things like their black socks, they're gonna have this shirt, or they're gonna be wearing this shirt. If they're wearing this shirt, then they have to have their other t-shirt, their summer t-shirt. Deodorant is kind of really important. Extra, sometimes, especially like the boys that sweat a lot, well, we have some girls that sweat a lot too, but they'll bring extra clothes because they get pretty hot sometimes depending on the weather. So they're gonna want like a duffel bag kind of a thing with those things in it. And you need hair nets. If the boys have long hair, it has to go up. And it has to be all tucked in because we get judged and we're kind of sticklers about this. And it was funny because my daughter was in the musical and they were doing her hair and the person said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm pulling your hair." And she said, "No, that's okay." And somebody next to her said, "Yeah, her mom's the band mom." So anyway, so we tuck their hair up. It has to be all in and everybody has to look the same. And if you haven't ever had your child in this, the first parade, you're like, where is my child? I can't find them because they look all the same. So we have to tuck all the hair up. So even boys that have long hair, they can either choose to get a haircut or we have skull caps and stuff that we can give them or you can get them for them. And we use a lot of bobby pins and a lot of hairspray. So, makeup? Oh, yeah. Girls cannot wear makeup and there can be no piercings, none. So no nose piercings, eyebrow, ears, and no nail polish. And even if they say they're one you can't see, we have spotted them. Yes, and the reason why is we really get docked points for that in judging. Yeah, they all wear like black shorts or Under Armour shorts or whatever underneath. And I know my daughter, because it is wool, she wears the ones that go down to her knees because it's a little more comfortable when it's hot and sweaty. So she wears the Under Armour that go down to her knees. Some of them don't.
That looks like volleyball, like volleyball shorts.
Yeah.
Those things.
That's really good to wear underneath. Sports bras. And sports bras, yeah, for girls. Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say one more thing too. There's a lot of information that's going out, so we'll try to get a list of everything on the website, and I'll also put this video on the website too. So if you missed something, you can go back and look at it.
The kids will get a list of what should be in that duffel bag because we have a list that we give them, and Todd wanted to do that during band camp week, he'll make sure that everybody has that list. So there is a written list of what should be in the duffel bag and all of that. And your kids will get that. Okay?
And they do change in front of everybody.
Oh, yeah. Kim has a good point. They change on the bus in front. So the girls, you know, like mine is kind of modest. So she wears, you know, stuff underneath that it's okay that people see that. Yes. So.
It is nice though if you are very careful about all the perfumes and stuff. Deodorant is great, but perfumes get to be a little much.
Yep. Okay, any other questions? Those are all good to bring up. Especially new parents, because I know this is kind of, I remember when we were new parents to this, so.
And probably one of the other good things is make sure they got both dinkles when they're packing.
Oh yeah, we've had that happen. We had a dinkle and a tennis shoe, and we had to make them look the same. We used duct tape. It was really interesting.
Both the same size.
Yeah, and both the same size. We had that problem as well. We said people running to stores, can you go get some black duct tape? Anyway. All right, I think we're done. If you can give me these sheets tonight, great. If not, by Wednesday, please. Thank you.
Thank you.